Archangel Michael says, a storm of false emotion is brewing. A person who once broke your heart is rehearsing an apology, not because they are sorry, but because they want to weaken you again. They've planned this carefully, knowing your soft heart is the key to unlocking your deepest wounds again. You may feel a pull toward them, an unexpected message that seems gentle, maybe even tearful. But behind their words, there's a hidden aim, to make you feel confused, guilty, and vulnerable again. The apology is a mask, and what they really want is access to your life once more, for a reason you won't expect. They watched you heal. They watched you rise above the chaos they once left you in. Now that your energy has changed, and you're no longer desperate for closure, they want to come back and rewrite the story. Archangel Michael says, their timing is not random. This message will come when you're already feeling tired, when your thoughts are clouded, when life is weighing on you. They want to strike not when you're strong, but when you're silently pleading for peace. Type Amen to get blessing 333. It may be a voice note that trembles, a text message written late at night, or someone suddenly tagging you in a memory to stir the emotions you've buried deeply for survival. But remember, apologies without action are manipulation. This person hasn't changed, they've only become more skilled at hiding their real intentions. They want your forgiveness not for your healing, but for their access. You are not being cold by being cautious, you are not bitter for wanting evidence over emotion. And you are not wrong for trusting patterns over promises. The words, "I'm sorry," will be used as a weapon. They know you're the type to see the best in others, even when they've shown you their worst. They are counting on your compassion to be their open door. Type Amen to get blessing 517. You deserve healing without reopening old wounds. You deserve peace without having to question someone's motives again. This is not a test of how loving you are, it's a test of how much you've learned, Archangel Michael says. The energy behind this apology is dark. It's not born from remorse, it's born from manipulation. They need something from you, and they will fake guilt to get it. This is about emotional control. This is about triggering your empathy so they can plant confusion. If you allow them back in, you may again feel that slow pull into sadness that took you so long to escape. You're about to receive a message that seems genuine, but look deeper. Ask what changed, not just what they say. Ask why now, and what silence served them all this time. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Someone may even say they dreamt about you, or can't sleep, because of what happened. But dreams don't equal change. Guilt doesn't equal transformation. They had all the time to reach out while you were breaking down. Where were they when you needed truth and effort? Where was their apology when you were crying alone? This isn't just about an old friend, an ex-lover, or a distant relative. It could be anyone who once took advantage of your light, and now sees you glowing again. They want access to what you've become. Be alert. The trap isn't in the apology, it's in what they ask for after you accept it. They may want information, they may want to use your words against you later. Or they may want to create an emotional dependence again. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They want to be the hero in a story where they once played the villain. They want to rewrite their role. Not because they changed, but because you did. They can no longer control you, so now they try to soften you. You must see through the illusion. This is not about being cold or unforgiving, it's about protecting the version of you that fought to live. It's about recognizing that not every hand extended toward you means to hold you, some reach out only to pull you back. Archangel Michael says, if you open the door to them now, your soul will feel the weight again. The heaviness of doubt, the hesitation of trust, and the fog that once kept you stuck, that's what they're trying to bring back, without you realizing it. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not a contract to restart toxicity. You can forgive without letting them back in, you can release the pain without repeating the past. Type Amen to get blessing 966. This person has been observing you quietly, they are jealous of your healing, and their apology is also an attempt to destabilize your peace. Their presence has always brought confusion, this time is no different. You're being spiritually protected, but you must also protect yourself. Don't give a seat at your table to someone who once starved you emotionally. Don't offer your heart to someone who played with it like a game. There will be moments where their words will feel soft, familiar, even nostalgic, but memory is not reality. And comfort is not always truth. When you feel tempted to respond, pause, listen to your intuition. Does it feel like light, or does it feel like bait? Type Amen to get blessing 721. They might say things like, I was going through something back then, but so were you, and you still didn't hurt others to survive. They are not coming back because of their guilt, they are coming back because you moved on. They believe your silence means you're still waiting, they believe your growth means you're now approachable. But the truth is, they're scared you've forgotten them, and they can't bear it. Some people don't miss you, they miss controlling you, they don't miss your presence, they miss their power over you. That's what this apology is really about. Archangel Michael says, this is your confirmation, you will see this apology for what it is, even if it comes cloaked in sincerity. You are not obligated to reply, explain, or reconnect. Type Amen to get blessing 404, your healing journey is sacred. Not everyone deserves to walk back into it, especially not those who hurt you and never checked if you survived. This moment is about reclaiming your power, not sharing it again. Your mind may recall the good moments, but your soul remembers the tears. That memory will help you make the right decision. You are no longer who you were when they left. Do not let temporary emotions erase permanent lessons. You are not here to rescue people who abandoned you mid-storm. You are not responsible for their healing, only for your own. They have rehearsed this apology carefully. But your discernment is stronger now, and your peace is too expensive to be gambled with a fake sorry. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Someone will try to cry in front of you. But tears can be tactics. Pain can be a disguise. Do not be moved by performance, be anchored in energy. The true sign of a changed person is not their apology, but their effort over time. One message is not a transformation. One regret is not redemption. You've already done the work to heal. You don't need their words to validate what you survived. You don't need a sorry that only opens old wounds. This apology is part of a setup. They want your heart open just long enough to make you weak again. They want your spirit fragile enough to accept their chaos again. Type Amen to get blessing 232. They may even use other people to get to you, a mutual friend, a family member, someone who will say, they've changed, give them another chance. But this is not about their change, it's about your safety. You've outgrown this version of emotional manipulation, you've tasted peace. Don't trade it for familiar pain. This cycle ends with your decision. Archangel Michael says, silence is your weapon now. No response is a full sentence. Protect your energy like it's your life, because it is. They will try to mirror your new light. But what you see in their eyes will not be clarity, it will be calculation. They are not here to love you, they are here to disarm you. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They hope your memory will be softer than the reality. They hope your loneliness will overpower your boundaries, but you're not lonely, you're just sacred now. Block the number if you have to. Delete the message if you must. Walk away with grace, but walk away for good. There's nothing selfish about protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to bleed again for someone who never brought you a bandage, and there's no need to explain your decision to anyone who wasn't there when you were breaking. You're not hard, you're healing. You're not bitter, you're wise. You're not cold, you're finally clear. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The apology is a trap, disguised as healing, but your spirit knows better. And your destiny cannot afford to be delayed again by a false start. Archangel Michael says, you've crossed a spiritual line where old cannot follow, don't look back. What's behind you cannot walk with where you're headed. Your blessing is too close, don't let guilt deter your grace. Don't let pity become your prison. Close the door gently, but lock it with truth, let the silence be your final word. And let peace be your new protector. Type Amen to get blessing 999, they will return with the same voice, but they are not the same person you imagine them to be. This time, their smile is calculated. Their presence is packaged in nostalgia, but their intentions remain toxic. You've cried too many times for people who never wiped a single tear. You've stayed up too many nights waiting for a text that never came. Now that you've found yourself, they're trying to disturb your rhythm. This person thinks they can charm you back into chaos. But this version of you is not starving for love. This version of you knows the difference between healing and havoc. You must remember, this apology is not foreclosure, it is bait. And you are not a person who needs to explain yourself to a manipulator masked as a friend, a lover, or even family. Type Amen to get blessing 212. When their words arrive, you might freeze. You may feel the air shift around you. Their name on your screen may trigger something old, but that's exactly what it is, old. You are not required to respond to old pain dressed up as new kindness. You own no one access to your healed heart. This is not arrogance, it's awareness. Their message will say, I miss you. But they don't. They miss controlling you. They miss seeing you confused, unsure, and wrapped in their emotional games. Archangel Michael says, this apology is part of a larger web. They want to reconnect because something is falling apart in their world, and they believe your energy can fix them, but you are not their healer anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 700. You are not their safe place after they burn the home they built with your soul. You are not the person they get to return to when life humbles them. You are not the answer to their guilt. They will try to talk about memories to soften you, but memories are not enough to override manipulation. What matters is not who they were, it's who they are now. And who they are now is a person who seeks to benefit from your light without earning your trust. They want a shortcut back into your world without making the long walk of responsibility. That is not love, it's strategy. Stay firm, you already know how this story ends. You lived it. You survived it, and now it's time to outgrow it. Type Amen to get blessing 117. They'll say, "Can we talk?" But what they mean is, "Can I confuse you again?" They'll say, "I've changed," but what they mean is, "I want to be accepted without doing the work." You've already forgiven more than you should have. You've already given more than they deserved. And now your silence is your final gift. They don't miss you. They miss their control over you. They don't love you, they don't love you, they love what you gave freely, which they could never earn. They don't want healing, they want entry. This time, when the message arrives, take a breath. You are not who you used to be. You are not desperate for closure. You are not looking for validation. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You are steady. You are healed, you are protected. And no apology can undo the peace you fought so hard for. Archangel Michael says, the apology will come wrapped in vulnerability, but don't be fooled. Some people fake wounds just to enter your life and wound you deeper. This is your test. Will you protect your peace, or will you repeat the cycle? Will you guard your heart, or will you trade your growth for another round of regret? This person thinks you're still the one who waits, who explains, who lowers your standards for the sake of history. But you're not that person anymore. You are no longer willing to negotiate your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 232. They will speak softly, but their spirit will feel heavy. They will say, "I was in a dark place," but won't explain why they made your light their target. They will call you, hoping to reattach the cord of emotional confusion. But you have the scissors now. You have the discernment. You have the right to protect your joy, your stability, and your destiny. You don't owe access to someone who didn't respect your presence the first time. You don't owe trust to someone who shattered it without hesitation. You don't owe love to someone who weaponized it against you. Your life is not a rehabilitation center for people who refuse to grow. Your soul is not a hotel for temporary apologies. You are not a recycling bin for toxic energy. Type Amen to get blessing 303. You will feel the pressure to respond. You may even feel guilty. But guilt is not guidance, it's residue from the past. And you are being called into something greater than where they left you. You are walking in divine protection now. You are covered. You are guarded by truth, and no fake apology can interrupt what God is building inside you. Archangel Michael says, this is your moment of strength. This is your divine test. To see if you've truly healed, not by feeling nothing, but by choosing not to go back. The apology is a trigger. But your peace is your anchor. Stay grounded in your growth. Let their words fall flat against the walls you've rebuilt with purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 818, and when you hear their voice, remember the silence. Remember the nights you cried. The mornings you felt empty, the days they ignored your pain. They are not coming back for you. They are coming back for themselves. Do not make their apology your burden. You've come too far. You've worked too hard, you've cried enough. This season is not about going back. It's about rising forward. Let them watch you from afar. Let them wonder how they lost you. Let them sit in the space you left behind. Type Amen to get blessing 900. You owe yourself the gift of continuation. You owe your soul the honor of boundaries. You owe your future the security of letting the past stay where it belongs. They will try to look genuine. But energy never lies. You'll feel it in your chest. You'll feel your spirit recoil even when your ears hear softness. Archangel Michael says, walk away even if your hands shake. Walk away even if your heart stutters. Walk away even if your memory plays tricks. This is not love, this is a rerun. And you deserve a new story. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You are entering a chapter where apologies are not enough. Where love must be proven in peace, not in panic. Where loyalty is measured in consistency, not convenience. Do not invite them back into your healing. Do not let sorrow disguise itself as reconciliation. Do not mistake their regret for your responsibility. You are not hard to love. You just no longer tolerate harm disguised as care. And that's your power. This fake apology is the final attempt of a defeated energy. Let them fall into the silence they created. Let your life speak louder than their words. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This time, you'll smile, not because you want them back, but because you know you won't go back. You'll feel proud, not because you responded, but because you didn't need to. You'll feel free, not because they apologized, but because you never needed it to begin with. Your peace is the proof that you've outgrown the war. And when they wonder why you never responded, let them sit in that silence. It's the echo of everything they didn't say when it mattered. Let that be their closure. Archangel Michael says, your peace is the wall, their apology is the storm. And you are the calm beyond it all. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. You no longer tremble when their name appears. You no longer shrink when they try to reach you through others. Their words might echo, but they no longer pierce. This is spiritual confirmation. This is heaven's reminder that your silence was never weakness. It was divine protection. You didn't abandon them. You simply outgrew the version of you that tolerated pain as proof of love. They'll try again. In a different way. Maybe through laughter, maybe through just checking on you. But behind that small talk, the setup is loading. Type Amen to get blessing 633. Do not open the door for comfort that once poisoned you. Do not offer kindness to someone who only remembers you when their world grows cold. Do not confuse timing with transformation. Archangel Michael says, this is not the beginning of something new, it's a delayed replay of what already broke you. A distraction wrapped in sentiment. A setup delivered as softness. They are testing the waters. Waiting for you to smile. Waiting for you to say, maybe we can talk, but remember, conversation is the first crack. Doubt is the first step back into the pit. And you, chosen one, were not created to live on repeat, you were built for ascension. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. They had your loyalty and didn't value it. they had your presence and played games. Now they miss your energy, but not your heart. They want your glow without your soul, they want your prayers without your protection. They want your peace to fuel their chaos. But you are not a source for takers anymore, stand firm. When the message comes, don't flinch. When they speak, don't absorb, when they cry, don't rescue. Archangel Michael says, your discernment is your shield. You are too wise to be fooled by tears that only appear when their life starts breaking. Type Amen to get blessing 313. This moment is sacred. Heaven has seen the battles you endured quietly, the strength you built in silence. And now, it is not your duty to educate the ones who ignored your suffering. You have been reborn. The apology is not meant to heal you, it is meant to distract you. Be still in your knowing. They are seeking a shortcut to the energy you cultivated in pain, but they weren't there during the fasting, the crying, the praying, the rebuilding. Let them feel what distance does. Let them feel what absence truly means. Let them sit in the consequences they crafted. Type Amen to get blessing 828. You're not just healed, you're anointed now, your presence is rare. That's why they want back in. But remember, access is a privilege, not a right. You can love someone and still not let them close again. You can forgive them and still walk away with clarity. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the fire they lit under your spirit. Archangel Michael says, your elevation demands disconnection from those who refuse to grow. You can't fly while carrying old chains. You can't soar while being sweet to the serpent. This apology, no matter how tearful, is a spiritual trap. Don't let pity hijack your progress. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Let this be the season you love yourself so boldly that no false apology can lure you back. Let your soul respond before your emotions do. Let your wisdom speak louder than their regrets. They may send gifts. They may ask to meet. They may speak about healing, but ask yourself, where was this energy when you were drowning in confusion? You do not owe anyone your space just because they finally feel what you felt. You do not owe your new peace to an old problem. Archangel Michael says, their words will be sweet, but behind the sweetness is control. Behind the message is motive. Type Amen to get blessing 6066. They are watching your every move. They are studying your silence. They're hoping to catch you on a vulnerable day, but what they don't realize is, your silence is strength, not struggle. They are not apologizing for the right reasons. They are apologizing because they feel you slipping away completely, and your distance has become their punishment. Let them feel it fully. Let them live with the silence they created. Let them realize too late that you were the one. They want to reset your heart without resetting their behavior. That is not reconciliation. That is deception. Type Amen to get blessing 252. You are not obligated to answer because they finally found their voice. You are not required to absorb their pain to validate your own empathy. You are not their emotional dumping ground anymore. You are light. You are elevation. You are the evidence that growth is possible, and they no longer fit the vibration you carry. They will say all the right words. But you'll feel something missing. That something is truth. That something is authenticity. That something is change, Archangel Michael says, your intuition is screaming, no, listen before your heart says, maybe. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Don't worry if they say you're heartless, don't worry if others say, give them another chance. They didn't feel the wounds you healed. They don't know the nights you cried without answers, you know what survival cost you. Don't trade it for sentiment. Don't hand over your peace for promises that already expired, their apology is too late. Their motive is too selfish. And your destiny is too divine. This is not rejection, it's protection. This is not ego, it's evolution. This is not punishment, it's positioning, let them go. Fully. Finally, fearlessly. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You will not regret it, you will not miss them. What you'll feel is something deeper than peace, it will be power. Power from knowing you chose yourself, and that is the highest form of love. The kind that cannot be faked. The kind that doesn't need an apology to bloom. Archangel Michael says, you are on holy ground now. Sacred. Untouchable. Covered. No apology can shake that. No person can steal that, no words can reverse that. You are chosen. And chosen ones don't bow to false closure, they rise to divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 000.